Hello, hello, hello. My name is Lisa and I'm the Self Mastery Princess. And on this channel, we discuss the art of self mastery because when you master yourself, you master the world. Today, I'm really excited. You guys requested and asked. Sammy, she's back. Y'all loved the last video she did. So we're coming back with just another quick video. Sam, introduce yourself. Let them know where they can follow you.
Hello, hi. You can follow me on Instagram at KJ_XXO. That's KAYJAY_XXO. And yeah, that's my Instagram.
All right. So today, we've had just such a beautiful day. We went to the spa, relaxed, we're just hanging out. And I wanted to talk about something that I think is really important in how it is very crucial that you discover yourself before you enter a relationship. And I think that it's a part that a lot of us skip and we end up making not the best choice. So, for me personally, I think that you have to be able to take time to know your values, your lifestyle, what you want. And I think so many people, especially today, the girls are all saying they want this type of person, but I feel like that part of self-discovery is missing. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I think emotional intelligence is something that is so important. Knowing yourself, right? You have to know yourself. You have to understand your own triggers, your own child trauma that you dealt with, and find better ways to deal with that and work through that so that you are able to be a better partner for whoever you're in a relationship with. You can't give a whole of a half, you know what I mean? So you really have to be in tune with yourself, and it's so important because if you aren't aware of your emotional capabilities, right? Say some people have an emotional intelligence that's a rainbow. All the colors, some people have 2-3 colors in their emotional rainbow, right? And if you're someone and I'm coming to you and I only have blue and I only know blue and tan and you're asking me for green, I don't know how to give you green. I don't have green. You know what I mean? I can't make that happen. And you have to be aware of that, you have to be aware of that. And does that mean that this person is lacking or if that person is bad for you or just in general? No. It just means that you have to be aware of that and know how to work through it to get to that. Why do you need the green so bad, right? Why is that so important to you? And if that is something that is like a non-negotiable, then yeah, you have to make that decision to say this isn't the relationship for me, and I don't ultimately see this going long term, right?
Yeah, and I think to your point, when you take time to get to know why you do certain things, I always tell people, especially when you're talking about self-mastery, study your triggers. There's certain things that are just you, right? And I think a lot of people go into a relationship with, let me change this person, instead of finding a person where y'all already like-minded. But if you never took that time to say, okay, for me, I like structure, you know how I am, you gotta let me know, what's going on. I can be spontaneous in surrounding structure. That's something that's really important to me, stability, right? So knowing that about myself, I'm not going to go for somebody that's like a rapper, that's just
no shade to the rappers.
No shade to rappers, but
because there are some very secure and stable rappers, right? The up and coming rappers.
The up and coming rappers on tour, different cities every night. That's just not going to work with my personality. And I feel like that took me learning about myself, or even your attachment style. We talked about that too.
So
if you're secure or avoidant, or even how you communicate. And I think a lot of the time we come into relationships thinking that our way is the superior way.
Yes, so true.
And we don't take a step back to say, okay, I've been living life like this person's been living life like that. It's not bad, it's just different.
It's different.
And it takes time to be able to know, okay, I did my self-discovery. I know what are my non-negotiables. I'm open and I'm flexible to A, B, and C, but this thing right here is not, it doesn't work for me. Let me give you a situation. Let's say you're married, right? And your partner is I don't want a lot of family coming over, but you all your family over.
Yeah.
But how would you navigate that?
Oof, that's tough. So I think it's definitely one of those things that is like a big deal, right? Because how people are with their immediate family, that ultimately tells you so much about them, right? Mm-hmm. Things like that, it should be important. I personally feel. But I also know people that are like, hey, I have a sister and I have maybe a mom that's still around in my life, and I could care less. They weren't good people, right?
Yeah.
So it's different for everyone. I think for me personally, family is important to me. And if the person that I was with didn't hold those same values, that's a non-negotiable. So it's about, like when you're at a date or you're sitting down and you're talking to someone, you're getting to know someone.
Don't just be eating all the shrimp scampies.
It's not about the shrimp scampies. It's not about the waiter bringing out more bread or, like what's your favorite color or anything like that. You have to talk about these things, right? You have to talk about these things because ultimately you could spend a lot of time getting to know someone, and then you come across this non-negotiable and you're like, wow, well, maybe we can try to make it work, or maybe that's not a big deal, or maybe I could like try to overlook this situation because you have almost fallen in love to this point, right?
Yeah.
But that's the thing. If you get the ugly, icky conversations out of the way up front, and you're open and you're honest and you're direct in your communication and what it is that you're looking for, then it just makes it so much easier.
It makes it so much easier
to say goodbye, right? It's like, oh, it's been real, but like this ain't it, and this is not it,
Yes.
But I feel like that is a hard thing, because and you may be dating someone for a week or two, maybe even a month. And there is still going to be time, there's a opportunity cost with every interaction and every action that you take, period. And you can really lose out on, other things that you could be doing when you're spending this time, and you mourn a relationship when it ends, right? But just understand that that's just the way of life, and you have to be willing to put certain things in higher, archy or whatever is the word. You have to kind of like list these things out and say, this is what's going to be the thing that's going to be important for me.
And I think it's so important to take that time. Like if it's, everybody has a different time zone, but at some point in your life, take some time and really think about, if I could pick my perfect person, what are the things that I would want, and what can I live with, and what can I live without, and be brutally honest. And I think why people don't have the conversation about the non-negotiables is because they really don't know. They never thought about it like, okay, I'm going to be in this relationship, I need this kind of thing, I live by myself. Like, I feel like a lot of people feel like a relationship is the secret to their whole happiness in life. So they skip that part of like self-mastery, self-development, getting your own apartment, figuring out, okay, like I could tell you from living in different apartments, I want like a stand-up shower. I don't want too much glass. I know that because I don't like cleaning too much glass. Like, and that might sound silly, but I prefer marble, I prefer stone. So it's like so many people jump into relationships, but they don't even know the type of house they want, the type of food they want to eat, the type of things they want to do. And then you get with somebody and you expect this person to just be your everything, and it's like you ain't giving them anything to work with because you skip self-discovery.
Yeah. It's just, you have to know yourself. And especially for a lot of people that are young, they kind of grow up and they're told a certain thing, like this is who you are, this is who you should be, this is what's right, and it's comfortable and you've been doing it for some time, or maybe you've seen it growing up, certain relationship styles.
We just gonna move.
Yeah. But like certain relationship styles, maybe you grew up in a household where you saw polyamorous relationships and you think that that's a normal thing, and it's normal for you because maybe your mom or your dad, whoever, had several partners or husbands, wives, whatever. But maybe your partner that you run across does not look at that lifestyle and say that this is something that I am comfortable with. Now, do you genuinely want to be with other people, multiple people, or is that just something that you grew up seeing so you felt like it was the normal thing to do? Do you have the emotional depth and capacity to sustain several relationships, right? You know what I mean? Do you have the financial ability to sustain several relationships? You know what I mean? So you can want these things because you've been told that it's what you should want, is what you should, be in, but it doesn't have to be. You know, you have to really take that time to learn yourself.
Take that time.
It's not going to be comfortable. Some parts of yourself you're not going to like. You're going to uncover some things that's like, wow, why am I like this? Like, I don't like this about me. And then you seek help and you work through it, right? You know, so it's just getting to all of that, figuring it out, and then saying, okay, I am a whole person. This relationship doesn't make or break me. If this person walks away, I am still a whole person. You know what I mean? When you feel like that about somebody that you truly love, you're in a good space.
And I think to close is like, I feel like you have the best relationships when you have a relationship with yourself. You're able to give, you're able to show up and be present in those relationships because you have took that time to know what you need and you have a healthy relationship with yourself. But that's all we have, y'all. We got other things we gotta be doing, and as you can see, these lights have cut off on us, so I don't want to continue, but you know, definitely watch this, listen to this. Self-discovery, the right relationship is gonna find you, know you, and you can master the world. Don't forget to hit that subscribe and like button. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.